Hey everyone, Shawn Clement here, and my partner in crime, Connor, is away this week on baby stuff. Good luck with that, pal. So we had a couple of Twitter questions that Connor sent me, and the first one relates to strategy off the tee box. And I apologize for my voice this morning. I'm recovering from a cold that Santa brought me over the holiday season. I hope yours was really good, and Happy New Year to you. So without further ado, we're talking about, what part of the tee box do we set up on to strategize, have a proper strategy to hit the ball in the proper side of the fairway to set up the best scoring opportunities. So if you fade the ball or tend to slice the ball, well, I hope that you have been employing the right-hand side of the tee box so that it opens up the left side, left center of the fairway, and you have all this room to work your ball back toward the center of the fairway. And for those of you who tend to draw the ball aggressively, well then, your home on the tee box is, I don't know if you ever saw Fred Couples hit a few draws in his day. He would actually set up the ball within the tee box. Let's say this is the tee box here. He'd set up the ball inside the tee box, and he'd actually have his feet outside the tee box. That is completely within the rules. Remember, you cannot put the ball ahead of the tee blocks. What you need to do is play it 2 club lengths, right, back, and that's where you tee up the ball. That's irrelevant of where your feet are set up. So if, what we encourage you to do, we encourage you, of course, to be able to work the ball from both sides. Because certain holes, you may have a bread and butter shot and you like to play the fade on a regular basis. That's what I like to do. I like to play the power fade on the majority of my tee shots. But certain holes you get to and you're, oh, this is a draw big time. I can't wait to hit this. And you already feel that is the kind of shot that you're going to hit. So again, if I'm playing the fade, I'm always teeing off from center right of the tee box, and I'm looking generally at the shape of the hole. So sometimes you have a dog leg that moves from, left to right, and you've got a bunker in the distance, and you're thinking, okay, I need to start the ball a little bit left side of that bunker, and I want to bend it around the bunker. Well, if the fairway is moving this way, well, you don't really need to employ the right side of the tee box because you got so much room down the right-hand side. So now you can tee it up a little bit center, even left of center, and you got plenty of fairway to work with and carve it out there. So it really, you want to place it in a situation that really suits your eye. Also, if you tend to play with an intermediate point, Another good key to use is let's say if you have a divot right here in front of the ball, I'd like to tee my ball up behind a divot and say, okay, I'm going to start a little left of that divot and fade it back behind the divot. Or I'm going to line up right over the divot, play the ball in a way that allows me to start the ball a little right of that divot and draw it back behind it. So that's especially important, especially if you've got a blind tee shot. So if you're looking out there and you can't see beyond the fairway, if you go play in Scotland or in England, a little links course, you have a lot of blind shots out there. That intermediate point is going to save your butt. So I'm just going to set up left edge of that. Yes, it feels like my momentum is moving to the left side of that, and I want to swing in a way that's going to allow it to fade back behind that spot. So here we go. So that's it. There it is. So that grazed the left side of that intermediate point, and it felt like it had a nice little fade spin to bring it back to the center of the fairway. So that's a really great way to use the intermediate point and use the tee box to your advantage. When you guys see the TPC Sawgrass in the spring, I played that golf course, and several of those fairways you really need. So you're gonna use the right side of the tee box to get to the left side of the fairway because that's the only way to see the green because the green is so well guarded by some tall palm trees on the right-hand side. So knowing how you need to approach your second shot into the green would be the secondary thing that you want to consider when you're choosing your spot on the tee box. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that. We'll see you in the next episode.